One of the number one mindset shifts that I've had in the past few years, just from people I've connected with, things that I've read, teachers that I've taken courses from, and then just the way that I've lived my life, is realizing that it's very often not that we need to add more things to increase energy, to increase coherence. It's that we need to take things away and we need to respect the complexity that is energy organization, how beautiful it is that the human body does it, and all of the things that go into that. Like, I'm looking at a tree right now and I'm just thinking about how insane it is that light, which is really just a form of electromagnetic radiation, makes it to Earth from 93 million miles away from a star, traveling at 186,000 miles a second. And then that photon or that wave, whatever we want to call it, that parcel of energy is somehow absorbed by photosynthesis and creates a fucking tree that produces oxygen for us to breathe and takes CO2 out of the air. Insane. And then we think that we're above nature. You know, like that tree has to, in order for it to organize energy, it it lives within a very natural cycle. It doesn't do anything spectacular. There's not a tree on earth that needs to take a bunch of things to do its thing. It lives within its nature, it lives in harmony, and it does its thing. And so when you look at the human body, you look at your life, you look at your health, it's about connecting with basic patterns that allow the system to self-organize and allow energy to flow at the highest of levels. There shouldn't need to be 1,000,001 interventions, and I think it is a Newtonian mechanistic view of the world that chopped us up into parts and separated mind and body and separated organ systems and separated patterns from how systems behave and operate, and convinced us that, oh, you have this symptom, this is the medicine you need. Oh, this thing isn't working, it's because of this, we'll do this surgery or whatever it might be. Even now, like, oh, you wake up in the morning and you don't have energy, you need a fucking testosterone booster, or you need this nootropic, or you need more lion's mane mushroom, and it just couldn't be further from the truth. If we can organize ourselves to be in rhythm and to allow the systems of the body to do what they naturally do, we don't need any of this shit. Sure, we can stack it on top of beautiful rhythm and energy flow, but it's not what we should be reaching for. Something as basic as light and dark. If you can nail your light and dark cycle so that your sleep is good and that you get the stimulus you need from the sun during the day, this tiny signal, this little photon that my retina somehow brings into my eye and through my suprachiasmatic nucleus to this part of the brain, who cares about the science? It's just incredible that a photon of light triggers all of these downstream hormonal processes. And if I can connect properly with that, there's so many things that I don't have to worry about. If I can connect properly with darkness and I can sleep properly, there's so many things that I don't have to worry about that are going to happen naturally within the body. If I can move my body and take in fuel that my cells understand, and my mitochondria are able to do what they do at a high level, if I connect with the earth and I connect with the sun and I eat the right food, I don't have to worry about positive and negative gradients. My cells will take care of that itself. I don't have to worry about proton tunneling. My cells will take care of that itself. I don't have to worry about ATPase being able to operate properly. My cells will take care of itself. I don't have to worry about my cortisol, because light and dark and proper food and movement, they're going to take care of that for me. I don't have to worry about GI supplements. If I'm connected to the sun, I'm connected to the dark, my food is coming from real sources. My system's going to know what to do with that, and it's going to operate efficiently. I don't need to worry about my sex hormones if I'm living connected to rhythm and connected to cycles that allow my body to feel secure, safe, grounded, here, powerful. My body's going to do what it needs to do. There's going to be way less internal noise, and I don't have to worry about hormone production. It's a natural byproduct of living within rhythm. But if I choose to think that I am above cycles and think that I am above nature, and I don't give my body the stimulus that it needs to organize systems and energy properly in an almost quantum way that is so beautiful and we don't understand, but it does it every second of every day nonstop, if I don't give it the basic patterns that it needs, then that beautiful orchestra that's playing a symphony right now, and everything is just happening coordinated and on time and nestled, if I don't respect natural rhythm, and I don't respect food from a good source, and I don't respect all of the biological signals that have always been there to make the human body feel good, then that orchestra goes to shit. I've got 300 different instruments playing, 300 different notes, with absolutely no organization, and now my mitochondria do leak energy. I do create a lot more free radicals in my body. My gut is inflamed. I do feel tired. I don't produce sex hormones the way that I should. I wake up in the night because I don't respect light and dark cycles, and now that has another effect on my energy. I do get diagnosed with irritable bowel syndrome or a hormone deficiency or you name it because my body's been out of rhythm. The self-organization that should just naturally happen isn't happening. And that's my mission over the next 10 years, honestly, is have people realize the miracle and the beauty that it is to just be here and to be organizing energy and not to just be completely entropic and not here. The fact we're here is incredible. And the fact that our bodies are the most incredible piece of technology you could ever even dream up. There's more... The greatest NASA rocket in the world isn't 1/100th of the complexity and the energy efficiency and the beauty that goes into a single mitochondria. And we don't need peptide stacks and huge supplement stacks and this thing and that thing and this thing. These are all just consumer culture telling you, you need more, you need more, you need more. What you do need is to get back into rhythm. Basic rhythm, the foundations of health. Look at your body as systems biology. It's not fragmented into different parts. You don't have a glucose issue. You don't have a sleep issue. You don't have a gut issue. You have an issue of living out of alignment with rhythm and with the information that your body needs for those symptoms not to be there. Your body doesn't want to be in that state. It wants to be healthy. And if you start to reconnect with these basic patterns and these basic rhythms and giving your body the information that it needs, then that symphony works. And you need very little intervention. The same way that that tree, if it's connected its roots to good soil and it gets light from the sun, and the odd time it comes and it rains, there's nothing you need to do. The same thing at a farm that farms properly and provides the soil with proper inputs, doesn't rape and pillage the soil, doesn't monocrop, has livestock, has all of the inputs feeding into a life cycle. That farm needs very little intervention. They don't need a ton of herbicides, pesticides, fungicides. They just need the natural inputs to work and to flourish, and that farm's going to have healthy produce and it's going to have healthy animals. And why do we think we're so different? We're a natural system, and we live so unnaturally that we have this discordant inner noise that manifests as A, B, or C symptom that we think we need this thing for, but we don't. And that's the mission over the next 10 years is, I think a lot of people are already turning their heads to that. I'm thankful for teachers that I had early in life and continue to. And then just felt and known experience. Once you feel how easy it is to be healthy, if you do just certain things every day, simple things, you see the response that your body has from that, there's nothing more freeing. There's nothing more powerful. And if we can just get back to that, I think it's what we are really in need of, a lot of us. We don't need more consumer garbage. We just need rhythm and connection back to the things that have always made us feel human. Allowing that energy to flow naturally. All those beautiful nestled layers of coherence that keep us a human, because it's pretty incredible that you are.